Return to post with immediate effect.
We got the order from the High Court, Labour Division Court 1, directing the laboratory science to resume work immediately and then to have the matter resolved by the National Labour Commission.
We tell you why the Federation of Allied Health Professionals, made up of physiotherapists, optometrists, oral health professionals, environmental health officers, and more, are asking its members across the country to fully participate in what is said to be one that they believe can cripple the health sector. Stay with us for all the latest on the unfolding standoff.
This is Top Story with Evans Mensah.
And Top Story is always brought to you by Gassim Cement, the nation builder. Is also brought to you by Vodafone. Well, tonight, the nationwide strike by the lab scientists is spreading to other health sector unions who are also laying down their tools in solidarity, even as the Accra High Court has ordered the striking laboratory scientists to immediately call off their action and return to work. The National Labour Commission secured the order after declaring the strike illegal. It's day 2 of the action today, and already patients are beginning to bear the brunt across the country. Johnny Sohim Interior reports that relatives of a 50-year-old woman from Antoa in the Shanti region who needs blood at the Mensah Government Hospital say they risk losing her if she does not get access to blood as soon as possible.
Relatives say results from blood samples taken to the
Well, it's becoming increasingly clear that something needs to happen immediately to save lives. And we're going to be following up on this, on the case of this woman, which is reported. And there are several other cases across the country. There's a reason why the National Labour Commission has today moved to court, and they have secured an order. Head of our health desk is in the studio with me, Fred Smith. Fred, we have a copy of this order.
Yes, indeed, we do. The High Court ordered, after hearing the case of the National Labour Commission, that the respondent hearing, whether by itself, its executives, officers, members, agents, servants, employers, or employees, or other persons are restrained from proceeding with its intended illegal strike action and to comply with the procedure provided under the Labour Act for resolving their disputes with their employer. This injunction is to be served by substituted service through publication in the electronic media for 4 days, being today, tomorrow, Sunday, the 30th of May 2021, and Monday, the 31st of May 2021. And it is further ordered that this injunction is for 10 days, and upon its expiration, the applicant is to come back on notice.
Okay, so immediately this must end for 10 days as the injunction has been secured.
Indeed.
Okay, for those who are listening who will be wondering, so scratching their heads, why exactly are they on strike? Just briefly, why are they on strike?
Well, the two physicians or two clinicians who've been posted to a department at the Confederated Teaching Hospital, where the lab scientists are saying it's a space for only laboratory scientists, and therefore they want these two persons removed from there. And the hospital has been very reluctant in doing so. The Ghana Medical Association have also, whose members are these two doctors, have also been highly supportive of them, insisting that once the hospital takes a decision to remove them, they will also withdraw services. And that's how come we are here. The laboratory scientists are really unhappy about the situation and say until they are removed, they are not going to work.
Fred, thank you very much. And as we've just been reporting tonight, the strike isn't getting smaller. The workers and the lab scientists are not returning. In fact, it is spreading. Tonight, the Ghana Federation of Allied Health Professionals have also issued a statement, a communique, joining this particular strike. And Fred, you're here with me. Let's understand, when we say the Allied Federation of the Federation of Allied Health Professionals, who are they?
They are made up of 17 different medical associations, and they have very close working relations with the medical laboratory scientists, and they're made up of the Society for Medical Physicists, the Ghana Physiotherapy Association, the Ghana Society for Radiographers, the Ghana Optometric Association, Ghana Association of Prosthetics and Orthotics, Ghana Health Information Management Association, the Ghana Association of Public Health Technical Officers, and you also have the environmental, 17 of them in all, Evans.
I see. So this is pretty serious, because all these groups, optometrics, all of them are calling a strike tonight in solidarity with their colleagues from the National Lab Science.
Indeed, and they even include the environmental health officers, and so what we call the Saman people who check that the environment is clean are all supposed to join this.
Okay, Fred, thank you very much. Let's get to the heart of this right now. In fact, I've just been joined on the telephone line by the representative of the Ghana Federation of Allied Health Sciences, who joins me on the telephone line right now. We'll also be speaking to the Association of the Medical Laboratory Scientists themselves shortly. But on the line right now with me is the National Labour Commission. They've secured this injunction today in court, and I want to bring in Mr. Fuso Samoa, who is Executive Secretary there. Mr. Samoa, thank you for your time here on Top Story once more. Has this been served now on the striking workers?
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Samoa, can you hear me?
Yes, good evening.
Yes. Has this been served now on the striking workers?
Yes, we went for the court order, and there was a further order that will be served by substitution through the publication in the electronic media. You know, we had an earlier difficulty. They have locked up their offices, and they are out. They say they are on strike, they are not going to work. So getting them to serve them. through electronic publication. So as I speak to you now, it's enough service on them.
In fact,
however, we have mailed some to them through the email. We have sent some by WhatsApp, and we have sent some to the print media and the electronic media, and that is enough service.
in fact, we have the general secretary of the association on the line, and you say this is service. That indeed is.
What?
I'm saying that, in fact, we have the general secretary of the association on the line, so I'm pretty sure he's heard you. Mr. Solomon Kwashi. Are you with me, Mr. Solomon Kwashi?
I'm with you, Evans.
Yes, so you have been served. Are you calling off your strike now?
Oh, thank you, and thank you to all our listeners. I have this is coming to me as news for the first time. We are waiting to read the order from the court and would advise ourselves accordingly.
Well, as was just explained, it is substituted service. Once you've heard it with your ear from the secretary of the NLC, you have been served.
So the issue is more complicated than the executive secretary is making it seem. I don't know who the order has been served on. I have not called a strike. My president has not called a strike. Members in the regions chapters have called strike. So we'll look at who the service has been served on, and we'll advise ourselves accordingly.
But aren't you the
We are
representative?
here to read what the court has ordered. We are law-abiding citizens, and we'll respond accordingly.
Mr. Ofosu, can you clarify that for me? Who exactly was this targeted?
The order is directed at not the union leaders alone, but anybody engaging in the strike. So if he cannot say that because he as general secretary has not been served, the strike will continue. It's directed at anybody engaging in the strike and belonging to the laboratory profession. So he may not be served, fine. But whoever is engaging in the order is directed at him. Once electronically it's been announced and published, we are done with the service.
Mr. Kwashito, there you have it. Yourself, you're on strike, correct? As an individual.
Yes.
I am monitoring my members going around to call on them to rescind their decisions. I'm sure the executive secretary of the Labour Commission knows the position of we are collaborating with the ministry to have the issue resolved. So I think we are with the Labour Commission, and for us, we want resolution to the matter. We are not saying that there should not be negotiation.
I think we've gone past that stage now. Yeah, you're asking as relates to talking, that is happening. But as we speak tonight, you have been served by a court order from a court of competent jurisdiction that you have to return to work now.
We'll read the order. We would advise our members accordingly.
Yourself, Mr. Kwashi, are you a lab scientist yourself?
I'm a registered practicing medical laboratory.
So as we speak tonight, you're also on strike.
I am saying that I am doing my official duties as the national executive of the association, and that is it.
Yes, but I'm asking you now as an individual lab scientist. You are also on strike.
As an executive,
I think I belong to a region. So if a region, my regional chairman, aside being a national leader, I've been ordered by my regional chairman to go on strike.
So you've been ordered by your regional chairman to break the law. You're fine with that?
I've indicated that I've not called a strike.
Yeah, but as an individual,
members have called a strike on an issue which we support as leaders of the association.
Yeah,
we are working with the Ministry of Health to have the issue resolved. We have served them with a memorandum on solution to the issue, and we hope the issue will be sorted out. When it comes to the legal issues, we'll read the order and we would advise ourselves together with advice from our lawyers.
Mr. Ofosu Asamoah, to be fair to them, they've indicated yesterday that this matter has been before the NLC for 3 years.
That is not true. They brought the matter before the National Labour Commission. While the case was being heard, as parties, they pleaded with the Commission to go back and attempt settlement in-house. So if they were unable to settle, what any of the parties should have done was to call on the Commission that we could not resolve the matter so the Commission can proceed. But having gone and not come back for the years that they are claiming, the presumption is that the matter has been settled. It is not for the Labour Commission to be going around people and ask that you have to settle the matter. Have you settled? You either reform the commission you have settled or you haven't. And if you don't come back, the presumption is that it is settled. So if at a point in time they find that perhaps their employers are dragging their feet, and for that matter they don't want to settle the case and it is long overdue, then you inform us so that we come in. But you don't just lay down your tools for people to be dying in the name of the case has kept too long as the commission. Who made it keep long? Is it you who have failed to report and you were unable to settle, so we should go on with the matter? Or is the Labour Commission who is ready and sitting almost every week hearing the case?
Mr. Kwashi, what's your response to that?
I think Mr. Fusi is trying to summarize the issue. We have been to the Labour Commission on several occasions as national leaders, and I've been there myself together with my previous secretary. The commission should show some direction in this issue. We, as I indicated earlier, as national leaders, we are clarifying the issue, defining the problems for solutions to be. Essential service workers, issues should be resolved within 14 days. So if he put the blame on the medical laboratory scientists that they did not come to the commission, I think he should be blaming the commission. The commission should also go to the extent to find out what has happened.
He makes a point. He says you did not return to the commission when you found out that they out of when you took the matter away to negotiate, you didn't settle it. You didn't return to the commission.
That I'll confirm some of these things. I'm not sure. I have to go to the record and confirm.
As in you don't know whether or if you went back or not. But you are the general secretary.
Yes, I am saying that the commission, as a commission that is supposed to resolve labor issues, especially for essential service workers, do not have to wait for parties to come to the commission to say that we have resolved our issues. The commission should follow up issues.
Okay, stay with me because as we speak tonight, as we indicated, this strike is indeed spreading, and we are hearing from the Ghana Federation of Allied Health Professionals, and who are also joining this strike tonight. We've just gone through their membership, 17 very critical, public health professionals who are also laying down their tools. Dr. Shirag Isahaku is the chairperson and joins us on the telephone line right now. Dr. Isahaku, thank you for your time on Top Story.
Thank you very much.
So, can you please explain to me why you found it necessary to also take this action?
Yes, Ivan, thank you very much. Before I respond to your question, I just want to put on record that when you have very important institutions like the National Labour Commission, lengthy discussions on this. And I can tell you on authority, the issue is more than what Labour Commission thinks. If they think that they can use the legal way of massacring people to fine-tune them to believe in what they believe in, I think they should be deceiving themselves. We are at the stage where the health delivery in this country is almost on its knees. The allied health profession, I can tell you on authority, we are in the majority. Why do you allow a very few minority to hijack the system and think that they can bulldoze them away into everybody's
when
territory?
You say a few majority, who are you referring to exactly?
Or the minority I'm referring to is GME. GME is the minority in the health sector.
The Ghana Medical Association.
Yes, there are very few.
What you say they're hijacking the health system? What do you mean by that?
What I mean is that, unfortunately, for some funny reason, they have made it impossible for any other professional to operate. They did that in the 90s when nurses and pharmacists had similar challenges. If you want to, you reverse your mind back. Similar challenges until they got their independence. They think that they should hold everybody in terms of salary, any other thing that happens in the healthcare in this country. GMA has hijacked that system, even in our salary. Can you believe that the salary scale we use today is a percentage of an officer? Everybody in the health sector, your salary is a percentage of somebody else's salary. How is that possible? When they are work, what they do is similar to when you are constructing a house. The carpenter, the mason, and everybody involved is important. So equal measure should be given to everybody. They need to respect the facts and get us all involved. And I know, as I said initially, the health minister, we listen to him, we believe in him, we hope and he will grant us that audience, and we will need to get that independent now.
Okay, Dr. Ishanku, please stay with me. You've made some allegations against the Ghana Medical Association. Thankfully, I have the Deputy General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Titus Bayo, is on the telephone line. Dr. Bayo, are you with me?
Yes, Evans, I'm here.
You've heard it yourself. You heard it yourself. Your reaction?
I did. Good evening to Dr. Ishaku on the line. Good evening to your listeners, and good evening to your guests. I am, will I say, a bit disappointed that such decisions can be made without sponsorship, and I would wish that you can ask Dr. Ishaku to start saying some claims he's making. If it takes, I mean, they are introducing new elements every day in this discussion. Now he's mentioned salary. Can contact the fair wages and salary cost. I was an executive of the GMA at the time negotiations were done and people onto the single sign of the structure. There was job evaluation, profession by profession, relativities were created, and at the end of it all, people are placed on a single scale based on where you belong. So I don't see where this fraction is or percentage that he's talking about. So if he has any facts, he should prove it where they said that your percentage, because if you want to calculate the percentage of anything, you can always calculate, and that is no argument at all. Because even if you don't work in the same department, whatever your salary is, if I want to check whether what percentage my salary is of your salary, you can do it. But that is not scientific argument. Let's face facts and not keep changing the goalposts. Job evaluation was done. If he's telling that his people were not part of the job evaluation at Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, it should be honest to the people of Ghana. And let's face the issues. If you talk about hijacking, what is hijacking here?
Hijacking defined by the fact that at CAF, which started this problem, the two clinicians who are appointed are your members, and they say you don't belong where you've been put. Simply withdraw them, or they should just be removed.
Let me just tell you something, Evans. I could give you a whole history of all of this, but I'll summarize it in a few things. There is a law that governs the practice of all our practice in Ghana here, in healthcare. Now, allied health, and under the same act, there is a part that governs allied health professionals, and there's a part that governs medical doctors. The part governing allied health professionals says if you are not an allied health professional, you should not hold yourself as one and practice as one. The part that governs medical doctors says if you are not a medical doctor or licensed by the council, you should not hold yourself as one and practice as one. The Medical and Dental Council licenses medical doctors and has created a specialist register that registers various specializations. One of that specialization is laboratory medicine. Laboratory medicine means that these people, after completing their basic medical education, have further education of about 4 to 5 years to become specialists in laboratory medicine, hematology, microbiology, chemical pathology, pathology itself. So all these subspecialties exist in laboratory medicine. And it's a specialty people specialize in. They do not come. Some and the course of their specialization, some study from understanding his people. They teach them in the course of their own training. Some of them are also taught by us. This has existed beautifully. Now there's been agitation here and there when they talk about leadership, when they talk about this. But to say, and that is why would the board of Confanochi say that they will not be able to send those doctors out of the lab? Instead of following the legal route, they take the whole country to hostage and now forcing everybody to be in an illegality and accept it as the norm. Why did the board say that they cannot send those people out? Because by their law, they are trained to practice there. They didn't send them there to be head of the lab. They sent them to practice their profession.
But from what we are told, I mean, they've been sent there, and is it a fear actually that they are heading this place, this particular lab?
Look, they had that unseen fear every single time that wherever they are in a line with the doctor may end up leaving the place. When vacancies become available, they are advertised and people apply. Even a lot has occurred that the GMA has stomached and taking them in, waiting to find a good atmosphere for us to discuss. And we are going to put our demands very clearly. For instance, these specialties that I'm talking about, they are residents who are under training. In some of the training institutions like Konebu, they are preventing them from learning.
They are preventing the doctors from learning the laboratory.
From learning their specialty, because as part of their specialty training, they learn bench work, some of the bench work from these professionals. Okay? And we do not have any problem with that. These professionals also, and because of their training, some of them were taught by some of our professionals. We do not have any problems with that. This kind of, we do not want any medical doctor in the lab or anybody working in the lab must be licensed by the Allied Health Professions Council. It's not founded in any law in Ghana yet.
Okay.
It's not founded in any law internationally.
Dr. Titus Bayo. Go on.
Okay.
So make land. Make you find out.
No, it's not founded by any law here. So the GMA serves notice and will maintain that position. If anybody is made to forced to make a panicky decision of practicing an illegality, we will not take aloof. And we are very clear on that. We are not hijacking any profession. They can specialize to the level of a consultant in their line of duty. We are happy to have them. They are intelligent and will be able to work together. The higher the school, the better it is for all of us. We welcome it.
Just clarify. Just clarify. When you say you want to aloof, are you saying that if government gives in to their demands to remove those two at Confanochi, you also have an issue with that?
That is a clear illegality, and we will fight it with every strength in our being. We will not allow that. And we are making it clear, if we do not take care, in future, we are going to even refuse some lab results from them. Because, per their training, tell them, are they able to take the history of a patient and make clinical sense out of it? They do the bench work. They bring out the results. Somebody has to look at that result, correlate it with the history of the patient, and make clinical judgment out of it. Results generated so raw cannot apply to the patient and make clinical sense.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of the time.
I mean, Dr. Bayo, just hold on for me briefly. I mean, Dr. Ishaku, I mean, Dr. Titus Bayo has a point. I mean, you guys must find a way to work together in the interest of the poor patient. How is that so difficult?
Thank you very much. I may have some few things to respond, but let me just go to your question. To be frank with you, we started in the same class. We know each other very well. Most of them are our friends, our wives, our brothers. It's not like we can't work together, but the current issue we find ourselves in require independence. Yeah, like what happened in 1959.
I mean, what does the independence mean for the ordinary patient who simply needs health care?
I think we should throw light on the independence and what happens.
Unfortunately, because I don't have time, I can't go too much into the independence, but I'm just speaking and that's the question on behalf of patients across the country. Mr. Sahaku, what does independence mean for the patient?
You gave him enough space.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a minute to wrap up, so kindly, yes.
In a few seconds. What I think the problem now is not about we returning back to work. In 2019, similar thing happened. We forced our members to return back to work. Where are we now? We can go back to work today, and I'm telling you, it will surface until a comprehensive solution is found to this problem. No matter who and whoever do whatever, the situation will resurface.
Okay.
So anybody can be a patient anytime, any day. As I sit here, I can be a patient within the next 5 seconds. We appeal to Ghanaians to bear with us. Let's gain this independence. Let's sanitize the system as we sit today, and then the future for the country will be brighter than ever.
When you say you want independence from the doctors.
Independence from the system, whoever is forcing them to hand twist people and then hijack the system and think that the only way we can do is to
But Mr. Sak, let me ask you, you can't really be independent of the doctors, can you? So also the doctors cannot be independent of you.
I just told you that we work together.
Exactly.
We have trained them.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, but so if you work
schools.
together, why can't these two doctors at Confanoche simply work in the
But
lab?
the issue is not about them being there. We have a proposal. In fact, after this, I can send it to you for you to read. We have a proposal, a very simple proposal. We are not saying they shouldn't work there. The issue is that whatever is happening now, there might be a solution.
Yeah.
He referred to an act. Fortunately, Section 50 of the Act 857 clearly spell out what an officer can do and what an officer cannot do.
And you believe these officers are also there breaking the law under the section you quoted?
That's what is happening.
Okay. I mean, so the two sides. I mean, listen, gentlemen. I know that this has opened a kind of worm. This is a Pandora's box. But what is clear is that these are very complex matters that 30 minutes on Top Story will not resolve. But I'm pretty sure that the authorities have listened. They know what the issues are, and we'll find some solutions to it. I'm pretty sure we'll get to have this conversation again and try and explore this even more. But it's clear that this really boils down to a turf war. Turf war between lab scientists, the allied health professionals on one side, and the doctors on the other side. We had the doctors say tonight that if government dares agree or cave in to the demands of the lab scientists, they will also fight it. Which means, how do you solve this problem with very entrenched positions, name calling, now playing out in the open? And in the midst of all that, the ordinary Ghanaian, as you've heard there, patients in the hospitals are suffering. Lives are at risk. We've had people looking for blood they can't find because people aren't there to work, and they may die as a result. Listen, you've heard that. I want to hear from you on the 055 1111 997. Ghana Connect starts right now.